Hey guys, this is Invest Now America. I'm your host. Please go to my Facebook page, Invest Now America. Please follow, like, and encourage others to follow and like. Only thing I really do at Invest Now America, the Facebook page, is just provide solid financial information. I mean, that's all I'm doing, and I absolutely enjoy that. I absolutely love it, and we got a lot of great videos posted at that Facebook page. Please go there, check it out. Please follow and like my Facebook page, Invest Now America. I just want to talk about something real quick here. Give my opinion, share my thoughts, and of course, if you can respond, please do so. I'd love to hear from you. I don't think there's always a right and wrong on many of the subjects I bring up. And one thing I wanted to bring up that I brought up before in the past, and that is about the so-called racial wealth gap that exists between black families and white families in the United States of America. Now, when you pull up those kind of stats, when you do the research, you pull up that kind of stats, yes, it's clear that white families have, for the most part, overall, general, have substantially more wealth than black families, overall, general. I want to make comment on that. 3 comments on that. First of all, when you say quote unquote white families, you need to break that down a little bit. You need to break that down. We're talking about skin color. Because I want to tell you something. If you're a so-called white family, and let's say you're a first generation American, I don't expect you to have much wealth. But I really would like to know second generation, third generation, what's your wealth status? What I'd also like to know, you're a white family. Are you a white family with where the parents are college graduates, just high school diploma holders? Are they skilled tradesmen? That's the second thing I'd want to know. What's your level of education? You're a business owner, small business owner. That's like another thing I'd like to know. Black family, same thing. Are you a first generation, second generation, third generation? Or you've just been here for a while? Because I want to tell you something. When I used to live up in New York, New York in Rockland County, I encountered a lot of black folk from, Bermuda, Bahamas, Jamaica. And folks, is one thing, now this was years ago, but there's one thing I noticed with those black folk. They work like dogs. I mean, they would have like 2-3 jobs. There's one, the Wayans brothers, they used to have a show called Living Color, and they had a skit where they were making fun of this quote unquote black family, but it's a black family from Jamaica, and how they would, their daughter, how these guys would have like 2-3 jobs. And they were considered lazy if they didn't have at least 2 jobs. I mean, they worked. They believe in working. The unemployment rate, they shrug their shoulders. They don't understand what you're talking about. What is that, unemployment? And whereas the average black folk like me, who've been there for a minute, or have been here for a minute, we wouldn't have those kind of stereotypes directed towards us because it just generally wasn't true. Education. What's the level of education? They're college graduates, they have graduate degrees, doctorates, just high school diploma. And there's another thing I'd like to have a breakdown on. What do they do for a living? Are they retail? Are they restaurant work? Are they professionals? I mean, what? So that statistic is interesting, but it really needs to be broken down more. Here's the second thing I want to say. I'm not the least bit interested as a black man trying to compete with white folks. This white guy's got 7 books. I only got 3. So I want to be equal to him. So therefore, I'm going to go out there and whine and cry and complain that he's got 7 books. I only got 3 books. So he needs to give up some of his books over to me so that there's more equality. Bull. That's nonsense. black man, you need to go out there and you need to build wealth and build as much wealth as you can do. Don't be sitting there trying to compare yourself to another group, whether it be, folks from India, folks from Korea, white folks in the Northeast, white folks in the Deep South. You go out there and get as much as you can do. You go out there and do as much as you can do and get as much as you can get. Your comparison, the only comparison you should have is with your goals. Here's where you're at. Where do you want to be? That's the only comparison you want to do. Here's what I did. Here's what I've been doing for the past year, 2 years, 3 years. Okay. How does that line up with the goals I've set up? And then boom, what am I going to do to improve over the next year, 2 years, 3 years? That whole comparison thing as far as building wealth is concerned is ridiculous. Let's say the average quote unquote white family has about $40,000 in net worth. That's their wealth, their net worth, $40,000. Okay, so what? That might be too low. That might be low. Why should I settle for $40,000? Why shouldn't I say to myself, I want average net worth for the black family at $60,000, $75,000, $80,000. Why should I settle for $40,000? Here's another thing too you need to bear in mind. Anytime you start talking about wealth or net worth, how long you've been at this game, how long you've been doing that. If you're just newly married, you just had children, you may not have much in the way of net worth. Okay? Whereas, let's say you're married, you've had children, your kids are like 12, 15 years old or whatever. Okay, you should start having some wealth built there. I mean, where are you in the wealth building game? It's another thing to bear in mind. That comparison stuff doesn't kick it. You need to watch it. A lot of times, a lot of that racial wealth gap stuff, it comes from blacks who are anti-capitalist, or white folks who are anti-capitalist, or black folks who are just really fixated strictly on the race tip. If there's a disparity in stats between black families and white families, or black folk and white folk, they automatically attribute it to systemic racism. Sorry, folks, that's not always the answer. As a matter of fact, majority of times, it's not the answer. Here's the third thing I want to say. I don't want no damn equality. I want opportunity. Let me repeat that. When it comes to the wealth, net worth, financial success, I don't want no damn equality. I don't want no damn equity. I want opportunity. You hear me? Opportunity. You can talk all that crap about diversity, inclusiveness, equity, all you want. I'm an old-fashioned American. I want opportunity. All these immigrants coming into the United States, some of them, not all of them, but a good part of them, I'll put it that way, a good part of them, they're looking for opportunity. I don't know why the Biden administration wants to offer them free health care and that kind of stuff. That's nonsense. They're looking for opportunity. Man, just I want a job. I want the opportunity to get a job. I want the opportunity to further my education. I want my children to live in a country where they have the opportunity to train for a skill, to buy a house, further their education. They want opportunity. And if they don't want opportunity, then we should tell their butts, go back to where you came from. We only want people coming to this country who are looking for opportunity. And I'm saying to black folk in the United States, we want opportunity. That's what we want. Go read some of the works of Frederick Douglass, and he'll talk about how black folk, this is like almost immediately after emancipation, building schools, elementary schools, high schools, whatever, banks, buying land. Booker T. Washington wrote a book called The Negro in Business. Man, it's like a 200-something page book. Read that. Okay? Read those kind of books. See what our people were doing. This was right after emancipation. And then read the success stories of people like A.G. Gaston, Reginald Lewis, John Johnson. It's absolutely amazing what some of our black entrepreneurs have done against tremendous odds. And during the whole time, what they really wanted? Opportunity. Because once given the opportunity, They went in there and they knocked down doors with both feet. I mean, it's just amazing. And that's what our mindset should be today as black folk. Forget all this stuff about, well, we want to bridge the racial wealth gap. I don't want to bridge no damn racial wealth gap. I want the government, white folks, and ignorant-minded black folk to get out of my way. I just want the opportunity to do the best I can do. And guess what? Sometimes I'm going to fail. Many times I've failed. I can't begin to tell you the different type of business ventures I've tried and failed. But hey, I'm in the United States of America. You know what the United States of America pretty much says? Doesn't care if you're black or white, Spanish speaking, non-Spanish speaking. Okay, you failed, you screwed up. Let us know when you're going to get back up and go at it again. America offers you that opportunity, and that's what we need to focus on. So I just wanted to share that, folks, today. America is about opportunity, and never forget that. It doesn't matter what color skin you are, your ethnic background. It doesn't matter if you're first generation American, second, third, or fourth generation American. America is about opportunity, and that's what we should demand first and foremost always. Not diversity, not equity, not inclusiveness, opportunity.